This is Kobe Bryant Film Room. You're now rocking with the Behind the Bench Sports Network, man. Featuring Big Dog Talk Sports, Kelvin, Rashad, JB. You can find us all here. Please like and subscribe if you like the content. Support the content and share us, y'all. So, I wanted to get into this video, right? Because Kwame Brown, like always, brings up excellent points, man. Shout out to Kwame Brown, man, for having the guts. No other NBA players, and shout out to Big Ticket, Kevin Garnett, and Ticket TV, by the way, so we won't get the big tickets confused. But shout out to those guys for having the guts to actually call this situation what it is, call it out, and expose the cover-up, right? I want to start out this video by saying LeBron James is innocent till proven guilty. There has been no concrete proof connecting LeBron to any mishaps or any crime, right, so to speak, or any wrongdoing, right? LeBron James has not been proven to do anything wrong. Like, let's just get that out the way. The issue I have, and what many people have, is the reporting. Now, I know what his fanboy is going to come over here and do, right? His fanboys are going to come and try and protect him at all costs from people asking questions, right? For him, for the story, not growing legs, right? They want to protect him and really not see him get covered like all the other athletes, right? And I get it. You want to protect your favorite player, but there's a certain thing as being blind, right? Being blind. And the one thing about justice is blind, right? So if it can happen, if some other athlete was accused of doing these things, right, we would want it covered, right? Barry Bonds was accused of it, and A-Rod and all these other guys, right? So it has to be applied evenly across the board, justice, right? So let's get into this one thing I wanted to cover. The first clip that I'm going to play is Kwame Brown actually responding to a fanboy, because this is how these guys do when you're talking about the truth. They try deflecting tactics, and they repeat storylines or narratives from the mainstream media. Let's let Kwame explain it right here.
It's already shocking to see a 39-year-old man jumping and dunking as if he is in his 20s. Now, I know. Salute to you, Russell. I can't really read it. I'm driving. But salute to you, Russell. But I do know this. I played with arguably the greatest player who ever played the game, and I think he's one of the most electrifying players to ever touch a basketball, and Michael Jordan. And I saw Michael Jordan at 39 years old, and I saw him at 40. He scored 45 points when he was 40, and I got those shoes signed from MJ on his birthday. But at 39 years old, MJ played all 82 games, I think, that year. And then that last season, he ended up messing up his knee. But he still was trying to come out there, even though no one else had not. But the difference in the two greatest players that ever played is that MJ, although he was great, he looked human. LeBron is the only player like that still looks subhuman at 39 years old. Now, we have Vince Carter. Vince Carter played till he was, like 41? Now, Vince Carter could still dunk. Vince Carter still dunked on somebody, I think, at 40. But was he the same Vince Carter? No. You said Vince Carter, you said MJ was drinking and smoking, so you think LeBron don't drink and smoke? Hey, Hey man, you better shut up, man. There's videos of LeBron drinking tequila on the bench. Come on, dog. Don't do that. You don't have to take away from one man and make an excuse because you like the other. When there's clear evidence that LeBron James he drinks alcohol, buddy. And also, I can't prove that he smoked, but never mind. I ain't gonna say this but LeBron James smoked. You better believe that. All right. So let's not play the game. Just because you like somebody does not mean you have to take away from somebody else. But I know you guys like to believe in fairy tales. I know you like fables. I know you believe in Santa Claus. I know you believe in Easter Bunny when bunnies don't lay eggs. I know you believe in what else you believe in? The Tooth Fairy. I know all these things you like to believe in. But the one thing in life that's undefeated is Father of Time. Am I saying that LeBron did anything wrong? No. Am I saying that he does not look like any other NBA player that I've ever seen at that age? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. LeBron James does not look like any other player that I ever seen play the game. And I stamp that. I've never seen a player that could run and jump at the level of LeBron James at 39, 40 years old. Never.
So I wanted y'all to hear that, right? I wanted y'all to hear Kwame talk about the fanboys for a second because the media has created a god amongst men, right? They created these narratives in order to push certain agendas. And in order to deal with the man, you have to take down the narratives first that this person is perfect, right? This image of perfection that they built. Because I think a lot of people are hiding him behind the family man image. And that way, if you criticize him, you're going against the black man and you're going against the family man. All these are kind of like straw mans, from the situation, right? So his fanboys are gonna hit the comment section. They're gonna use diversionary tactics to bring up situations that have nothing to do with this conversation, right? And they don't understand, bro. This thing has to be exposed on how the media is basically treating players differently, treating people differently, dealing with some people with an iron fist, and then literally covering up for other people, right? And I'm not saying that LeBron James did anything wrong, but I'm just saying like not reporting on the story is crazy, right? I haven't really seen any mainstream media corporations really touch on this. And it's sad, man, to be honest with you. But, I'm just going to give you a little bit of my experience, right? So I talked to people who have had conversations with people who do know LeBron James, right? Who has relationships with NBA players and things like that. And they say LeBron smokes. And I'm talking about smokes weed, right? Now, is that a crime? No, hell no. I mean, like, if whatever the man does on his pastime is his business, right? Not going to judge him off that, right? That's petty, right? This is this is about getting the truth out there, not trying to shame the man for every single thing he does, right? But this is for my realistic fans out here, for people who just are gonna ride his dick. This ain't for you, right? This is for people who are objective. This for people who our channels is for truth seekers, right? People who are looking for the truth. People want to get past the narratives and get back to real basketball talk, right? Real reporting, real news, right? So I knew a guy who said he was close to Dwight Howard, right? Or somebody who knew Dwight Howard, and he would talk about how Dwight Howard would be freaky and do all these things, right? Allegedly, right? And do all these things, and behind the scenes, he told me some crazy stuff you know, whether it's true or not, hey, but it was ridiculous. Like, it was crazy stuff. And so when I heard the information come out about what Dwight Howard likes to do behind closed doors, it didn't really shock me or surprise me too much, like it did some people, right? Because I've already been hearing things behind the scenes from people who were close to the situation, right? With LeBron, we know about the drinking because we see him courtside, right? The smoking, I've heard that, but like I said, I'm not 100% sure because I'm not there, right? So everything that I heard, I have to take with a grain of salt. But I do believe it because a lot of the players spoke, right? I believe Kevin Durant smokes, right? I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna allegedly, right? For legal purposes, right? But you know, uh, these guys ain't perfect, man. And I just wanted to play that because sometimes with people you have to break the ice because people think that uh, calling somebody out is trying to tear them down, and that's not the case, right? We just want the truth to be told, right? There are certain anomalies that are taking place that we have to investigate, right? Doesn't mean it's true or false about them or the allegations are real or anything like that. It just means that there are anomalies. And when there's anomalies, there needs to be a certain level of scrutiny, right? A certain level of skepticism, right? And then after we clear the anomalies and clear everything else, then no proof comes out, then the man is innocent, right? But you keep hearing these things, and then when you see the media not report on it or like completely squash stories, is highly suspicious, right? So I want to get into this next clip of what Kwame Brown actually has to say, and he goes deeper into it. Let's go.
Is on steroids or not. Kwame is reporting on NBA Hall of Famer. You have to give light to a story when a Hall of Famer like Kevin Garnett says something on open airways on the internet like this. Now, no real media is covering this story. That's how you know that it's got to be some smoke to this story. That's not a fact. This is my professional opinion. When they protect certain people, one way they try to protect it is to ignore it. If they cannot demonize, blackball, or make the person who said it look like a villain, then they just go away and they just hide from it and they hope the story go away. This story is not going to go away.
So if you guys were paying attention, you heard what Kwame Brown said, right? Kevin Garnett is an NBA Hall of Famer, right? And for him to say what he said openly on the air, right, was powerful, right? It should have been reported on because once again, they covered Allen Iverson. Stephen A. Smith covered Allen Iverson and Kobe in the GOAT talk, right? But why isn't he talking about anything like this? Why did the Josh Giddey story die and it had to just be swept under the rug, right? We see that the standard is different for different people, right? Josh Giddey stuff had to be behind the scenes and everything, but everybody else's story, right, we're out front, right? Now, Josh Giddey was found innocent, allegedly, from the law, right? Found with no wrongdoing, whatever the case may be, right? It's not up for me to be a judge or a jury, right? That's not the point. The point is the coverage. Why is the coverage not the same? Why is none of these things being reported on? Tristan Thompson, close friend of LeBron James, right? No coverage, no mainstream media coverage. I haven't heard Stephen A. Smith really talk about it too much. If he has, y'all show me the clip. I will apologize. I haven't seen too many mainstream outlets report on this. Now, we've seen outlets report on it, but they're not mainstream outlets. Not a lot of them. No questions to how LeBron James feels. None of this stuff, right? So, Chael Sonnen, the Chael Sonnen thing. He said he and LeBron got it from the same guy. This is a guy who was caught, right? Whether it's true or not, he's an ESPN contributor. So he should have been called to task, and they should have chastised him. The same way Stephen A. Smith had time to chastise Alex and Trevor Ariza for their opinion, right? Right, he had plenty of time for that, right? Now, I want to also bring something to light, right? I want to bring something to light right here, right? And this stuff is disgusting. You know, the suppression is real. What Kwame's talking about is real. Because I remember when the Redeem Team documentary came out. If they don't like something, if it doesn't promote the narrative that they're trying to push, they don't cover it. How much coverage do you guys remember the Redeem Team documentary actually getting on the mainstream media? Not online, not YouTube or anything like that. I'm talking about on TV. The television push, right? Okay, what about Dwayne Wade's comments? Hall of Fame. You had 4 Hall of Famers in a room. Tony Parker was there. Pau Gasol was there. Dirk Nowitzki was there. And Dwayne Wade was there. They didn't cover that. They didn't take time to cover that at ESPN. Now, this would have been a bombshell report that the super team era was caused by one man. Right? They didn't like the narrative. Right? They didn't like... And it's not... And I said this in videos before. It's not about them accepting what Dwayne Wade said as truth. Because Dwayne Wade said a bunch of things. He said it was Boston that caused it, and then he said it was Kobe that caused it, right? But why didn't they do a follow-up interview on something that changed basketball forever? Why didn't they do a follow-up interview and ask him what he meant? Hey, Wade, what did you really mean by this? Were you telling the truth, or were you just joking? Were you serious, or did you mean this? Because that would have been giving one man his due. Right? They didn't ask LeBron James why he wasn't at the ceremony for Kobe Bryant. None of that stuff. Right? And I'm just asking, why is the media not talking about anything that doesn't add to LeBron James's legacy? Now, I want you to think about something. Tristan Thompson was caught. He has people who were closely affiliated with him that he did business with caught. Trainers caught. Guys who trained with his wife caught. Right? 3 separate incidences. Plus, if you add the biogenesis incident in Miami, right? No proof it was actually him, but the initials were the same, right? These are 4 different occasions. Now you have KG coming out and straight accusing this guy, right? This is something that could be sued. You could be sued for, right? What Chael Sonnen and KG said, they could be sued for. Right? That's why you have to say allegedly when you're making these statements. You have to be responsible for your statements. Why is it Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp, Gilbert Arenas, all these dudes talking about this and holding these dudes to task and saying, no, you need to issue out an apology? Why haven't they been sued? Why isn't there a lawsuit? Right? These questions must be answered. Why is there no coverage? 0, zip, zilch on mainstream media. It's not like they have a whole lot more important stuff to talk about. This is explosive news, but when everything's swept under the rug, that's how you can make somebody seem like a perfect man. So a lot of times the comment section, you'll see somebody taking a shot at Kobe. I did not know Kobe personally. And I don't get into all that. I just talk about the basketball player. and his mentality, right, towards life, right? I don't know him behind the scenes as a family man. I just go off what I see, right? But I'm not naive enough or stupid enough to not know that this man wasn't perfect, right? Every man has something with him. And the more perfect you seem to me, just me living life, the more guilty of things I think you are. Just because it's not normal for a man to have a Hulk Hogan-like image, right? That's why when Hulk Hogan turned, everybody was surprised. Like, and I know it's wrestling, but it's a perfect analogy because everybody was believing in the character, right? In the character. And that's what this is all about, right? You do not know this man personally. So what we have to do in order to get the truth is we have to do our proper due diligence in reporting. That's the reason why Behind the Bench Sports Network exists in the first place, to keep the reporting fair and honest and across the damn board, right? To keep it fair and honest, right? Michael Jordan had his gambling situation. Kobe had the sexual assault case. And LeBron James has this PED thing, right? Which is, whether it's true or not true, that's up to the judges and the jury. And once again, everything is alleged. But he's being accused of these things publicly by Hall of Famers, where people, thousands and thousands of people can see, right? Whether it's true or not, somebody should call, from the media, should call KG up on it. Otherwise, it looks suspect as fuck.
But all I know is one time when the first Balco scandal came out, second time when Chael Sonnen said he's on it, we got the same drug guy. Chael Sonnen's words were, he didn't say I'm a good angel. He didn't say I'm a nice guy. He said me and LeBron has the same drug guy, the same doctor. That's the second time. The third time is a NBA Hall of Famer, All-Star, World Champion, one of the best power forwards to ever play the game, saying LeBron James is on new juice, and not one NBA analyst said a damn thing. LeBron, I got to give you your props, my friend. You have a lot of power in the NBA. You have a lot of power over this media. But see, the one thing I know about being around men that have that type of power is that they make a lot of enemies along the way. Because people can't say what they want to say, here's my theory. And it may not work for LeBron because he hired so many people for different media positions. Allegedly, I think I snapped. And because LeBron's legacy is going to be different than others, I think LeBron is going to be an agent and pulling puppet strings after he's done, because he has the Clutch Sports thing. And Clutch Sports is a viable business. They can still control the media when he's done playing. But what happened to MJ and all the other players after they were done playing is that's when you typically see the scandals. That's when you typically have people say, I ain't afraid to talk about this shit now. They look left, look right, and they tell you the truth. So if LeBron James is taking any juice, you're not going to find out while he's playing. You're going to find out when he's done playing. The NBA is not going to take that type of hit on their shoulders with LeBron still playing. They got to sell tickets. When LeBron James is done playing, then they might not give a damn. Now, again, am I saying LeBron James did something? No. What I'm saying is MJ, a lot of his scandals came out late in his career. Now, you had a bunch of reporters that would say crazy things like, oh, he had his father killed and all this other stuff. and that's what made him walk away from the game. But when he was done playing, all the scandals about his wife and cheating and all this stuff, I remember MJ used to tell him, "Get this motherfucker out the gym." He used to specifically throw reporters out because that's a reporter that wrote something about him. And Wilbon and the Kornheiser, all them motherfuckers know. Them reporters ain't nothing but some pawns. That's why I talk to him the way I talk to him. I'm hearing as a teenage kid, oh no, man, I can't say nothing. That's MJ. They would ask MJ a question. You know not to ask me no fucking question like that. Do you want to get kicked out like the last person? If you would have said something about MJ on his heyday or even late in his career, you banned from the gym. You'll never get an interview. You'll never talk to him. That's how much pull these guys got. But I just find it quite interesting that bald head Stephen A. Smith can talk about Zion, even though he's 20 something and 12. He's playing great. He looks a little heavy, but he's playing great. He's playing good ball. You can talk about Zion, Kyrie, Kevin Durant, everybody but LeBron. Can anybody in the chat name a player that they would have said, a caliber player like Kevin Garnett, say that they own juice and nothing get done? Name the player.
So what we are really seeing is, in my opinion, right, based on me being able to do deductive reasoning, is the NBA is in cahoots with the mainstream media to cover up and protect the face of their league, right? And so we have to keep everything fair and honest across the board. Right? Reporting, you guys don't understand how important the media is, especially here in this country. If the people don't get the truth, the people walk around thinking something and believing things and they're misinformed, right? This can cause conflict between one person to another, right? This can cause issues, right? This can cause a man to be looked at in a certain light that he doesn't need to be looked at, right? These are false idols, right? I created my channel, Kobe Bryant Film Room, because of the constant media smear campaign to take Kobe out the situation, right? To take him out of discussions, to dirty his name, right? He was never actually found guilty in the court of law of any wrongdoing, right? But what keeps getting repeated? His transgressions, right? Everything pretty much about Kobe for the most part that we know of is out there publicly. Could there be more? There could be more. I'm not that naive to think that that man was a perfect angel or a human being, right? And so there's this, you know, when I have these conversations with a lot of fans, in particular LeBron fans, it's almost like you're talking about Jesus Christ to these people. Well, how can you? I had one dude say, how can you like this man over this man when this man's a better man? Nick, you don't know this guy, nigga. You're weird, bro. You don't know this nigga. I only made my channel to defend Kobe against things that weren't true. Things that I can prove weren't true that they were saying. And I'll show you the footage and then I'll come back and talk. Right? These dudes openly lying about Michael Jordan's athleticism. Right? So I sat back and I didn't say a word. Right? Because I was expecting the media to tell the truth and do their jobs, right? But there was an agenda at play. Even something like the Josh Giddey situation, we had to speak up because they were not holding him accountable like they were holding everyone else accountable. We watched people come after Kyrie Irving for his opinion, right? Right? For his opinion. So we watched men, grown men, be taken down. Zion Williamson recently was attacked unprovoked by Stephen A. Smith. He's playing basketball, right? When a dude does something bad, you call him out, or he plays bad, you call him out. But if the dude is playing good, why are you doing this to him, right? I have made no more James Harden videos, no more James Harden videos since then, right? You can check on my channel. I'm not going to keep going in on the dude who's actually been playing well. He picked up his play. It's exactly what I wanted to see. We hold guys accountable that need to be held accountable. But once they do well, you give them their props, man. Just like this Michael Jordan tour. One guy on the last video, I think it was Kelvin or JB. I think JB made the video. And the guy put under the video that Scottie Pippen's son had died right when they did the Last Dance documentary. Now, I'm not saying that's the reason he's out here cutting up, but it could be. We have to be open to that. We can't be just some fanboys of one guy to where we don't consider a panoramic view on the situation. We have to look at all angles, man. The man probably felt like he was being kicked when he was down. I went over the Smush Parker incident, right? Smush Parker feels slighted by Kobe. His teammates said that Kobe was unfair to him, right? So, no, I did not do a video shitting on Smush Parker. I wanted to, because I felt like at a certain time, I was like, hey, we should just leave this shit alone because he's gone. The man's gone, whatever. But I still held my tongue and I left it alone because their relationship was their relationship. Right. And he has the right to speak on his personal experiences. Right. So this is the media trying to promote a man as perfect by one thing about a news story. Right. You don't have to lie about the news story, right? But what happens when you don't cover it? That's suppression, right? That's called a cover up, right? When you don't talk about something, that's a cover up, right? The people had to get on Stephen A's ass because he kept unprovoked. He kept attacking Kobe. Why do I use the word attack? Because AI gave his opinion, his professional opinion, by the way. Stephen A disagrees with it. That's fine. But every single time Kobe was about to get his respect, it was taken from him. You think we don't notice that shit? You think we don't know the discrediting of eras and things like that? No, we come out here and we say, no, that's not what we experienced, right? When the media fails to do their jobs, and I want you guys to understand this, and then I'm going to close out. When the media fails to do their jobs and their due diligence, the people are the second line of defense. The people take back the media and report the truth. We take back the reins from the media because all of this goes around us, right? When the media tries to promote propaganda, we have to remove them out the equation, and the people must take control. The people must take the microphone, and the people must accurately report on what's going on. So this isn't really about whether LeBron James did something right or whether LeBron James did something wrong. This is about a corrupt ass media that we must hold to task. This is the Kobe Bryant Film Room. I appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't liked and subscribe, like and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel, Kobe Bryant Film Room. Y'all have a good one, man. And I'll holla.